Welcome to Marathon Key, Florida, home of the Turtle Hospital. And no, this isn't just another roadside tourist attraction in the Florida Keys. It's an actual ER for turtles. This isn't a zoo.
This is not a zoo. We are a state-certified veterinary hospital just for sea turtles. So people come in and they think, oh, you got these turtles in these tanks. You know, are you keeping them there forever? No.
And I'm going to give this to him right in the muscle.
The only turtles here are the ones that need us. There's no turtles for display. As soon as they're ready, they're able to go, we want them back out there in the wild because our purpose is real simple. We want to see future generations to see sea turtles.
So in 1986, Richie started the Turtle Hospital in Marathon Key, Florida. Since then, he successfully rescued, rehabilitated, and returned over 1,000 turtles back into the wild, an accomplishment that started off as a very small enterprise.
When we started in 1986, it was very minor. A turtle would come in with a little bit of fishing line on it. We would go ahead and unwrap it and take care of it until the wound healed and let it go. Then we found turtles with worse problems, where maybe a flipper needed to be amputated or something had to be done inside the shell. So it got more and more serious, and our vets locally were helping us out, but we got so busy and we had turtles come from such a big distance that we really had to put together our own hospital.
And so started the Turtle Hospital, complete with an ambulance for emergency rescue pickup. Thousands of visitors stop in each year to see the turtles, and their donations keep the hospital state-of-the-art and open for business.
And then this is where all the magic happens.
It's like a regular hospital in
This
here.
is a regular hospital. We have all of our patients, our critical patients charts up here. These are all the patients that are on medication. They're all in the tanks. The other guys are all out in the main pool. We have an autoclave, so we sterilize everything after we're done with all of our surgery. Over here we have our anesthetic machine where we can put the turtle down before surgery. So we either use our mask, we mask them down, we breathe for them, and then after they're all the way down, depending on what kind of surgery it is, we can do amputation. We can use this CO2 laser right here to remove any tumors. We also have an endoscope where we can go inside the sea turtle and look around with a camera. We can look at any of their main organs, see what's going on, see if they have any internal tumors. If they've adjusted a hook, we can look around and see if we can get the hook out.
As you can see, nothing is left to chance for these patients, and no matter the ailment, the Turtle Hospital can diagnose, well, just about any problem, even the worst case of indigestion.
As you can see, this turtle has an intestinal impaction. And the way we know that is these are little tiny shells, and you can see the outline of his intestines all through this area.
And you can actually see the shells right in there.
Actually see the shells. And I had the fun job of collecting these shells. And these are all the shells that he left us in the tank after a little mineral oil and a little Metamucil.
So those shells came from there?
Exactly.
Wow. What's their biggest problems that they have that you see them for here?
That they come in here? Well, because we work with fibropapilloma, which is a virus that they get, we, of course, being one of only 2 facilities in the state of Florida, get a large number of these turtles. The ones that come in that do not have the virus, I would have to say we see mainly bowel impaction and fishing and rope entanglements.
Unfortunately, it's the man-made ailments that are the most devastating to these turtles.
This turtle did not make it, unfortunately. He was able to pass this circle hook, but as you look really close, you can see all this fishing line in the intestinal tract, and that is what killed this turtle. Entanglements are another big problem that we see. This is Sweetie Pie, and Sweetie Pie came in, she was already missing one of her flippers, and the other flipper was entangled in this line right here.
And so what was the result?
The result was this turtle was euthanized. We weren't able to save this, the humors in her flipper, so unfortunately she was euthanized without 2 front flippers.
So the lesson here is, if you're fishing, don't leave your line in the water, right?
That is the lesson.
It's here in this facility where they have a 100,000-gallon tank where they try and rehabilitate up to 40 turtles at a time. In the case of Sean John here, they're working on a case of lockjaw.
Now we are force feeding squid to Sean John. Since she can't open her jaws on her own, we have to help her out.
So, what, you're just jamming?
We're just putting the squid on a tube and we're pushing it down to the beginning of her throat where the papilla starts, and then when she gets in the water she'll be able to swallow it all on her own.
I bet she really enjoys that.
So now we just try to exercise her jaw to get her muscles stronger so she can open and close them on her own and eventually eat food on her own.
How do you figure out practices like this?
It's all kind of trial and error. I mean, when we got our first turtle in that had this lockjaw problem, we just, through a matter of trying to tube feed the animal or getting food in, and then realizing that maybe, like with physical therapy, if you work that muscle, it would make it stronger. And the first turtle that we had with this problem, it took a year to have that turtle actually be able to open its mouth on its own and eat a whole lobster. So a lot of this medicine, it's not written in books. A lot of it is simply trying different things to see if they work, and if they do work, just going with the same thing.
Visitors get to watch these creative therapists in their daily routine, and in turn learn a little bit more about turtles and their natural environment.
When we show a youngster, or even somebody a little older, that a turtle that lost its flipper, and it's going to stay gone for the next 80 years, it makes you feel a little more responsible when you throw that fishing line away.
I was surprised to learn how difficult life is for turtles, beginning with their birth, that only 1 in 1,000 survive the initial phase of life, and then the problems that they encounter dealing with human waste, carelessness, or outright, mean-spirited behavior.
Until they see a turtle missing a flipper, they just don't have that in their head, that idea. Or if they see a turtle with a boat hit that has a deformed shell that has to have a weight, it's just very hard to visualize that normally. So we just get a lot of positive feedback from the families, really excited. The kids are great. They come in, they want to adopt one of our turtles that are permanent. We get letters from them, and they go back and talk to their classes about what they've seen and the different issues of sea turtles, and then even get the schools that are in Iowa or Ohio, someplace where there's not an ocean or a sea turtle, get those classes involved with understanding the plights of sea turtles.
Education is key. Do you find people going out of here with a greater awareness and actually putting it to use, maybe?
Absolutely. I don't think anybody that could come through here and not walk a beach and see some fishing line or plastic on the beach that they wouldn't pick it up. And I think the people that are a little bit older, I think they were on a cruise ship, if they saw the garbage going overboard, they'd throw the crew off to get it.